Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I am going to do the collective for today. Today is Friday. It is July 17th, 2026. Why did I want to say December? December 17th is my aunt's birthday. You may follow me on the Talk the Tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Please take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, God's kiss, you know we love that for you. Whatever doesn't, just leave it on the table for someone else. We don't want you taking on energy that wasn't meant for you. December 17th, that's her birthday. Lisa Brown. It's my aunt. I know I usually don't say names down here, but I don't think it really matters. I mean, how many Lisa Browns in the world are there? Probably like 80. Probably like 300. Maybe like 5,000. We're going to use the Fearless Familiars deck by J. Edward Neal. You can find this at shadowartfinds.com. I also want to say that if you watch the affirmations, I mentioned this morning that the tarot reading from last night didn't load. I think the tarot reading, it was still loading this morning when I was getting ready for work. It was like 20%, 30%, 60%. I don't know. It was somewhere. It's just now uploading. Yeah. From last night. So 24 hours for a 24-minute video to upload. I think it was 24 minutes, 25. YouTube? Can we do better? And then I get mad because I feel like I have to keep a video like 15, 20 minutes. And I told you guys, there's a reader that I watch that I absolutely love, but she always tries to keep all of her videos under 20 minutes because she knows they're not going to upload. It's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. It's not rocket science. And the funny thing is when you go to do the update for YouTube, they're like, "Oh, bug fixes to make the app go faster." It's not going any faster. I think you might have made it worse. We got one on the table. I gotta complain about it. It's obnoxious. Like people that make their money off of YouTube, TikTok, stuff like that, that can't get their shit uploaded in time. Like I don't really feel bad for content creators because they're living off of us. But I do, like it's so frustrating. We got 3 on the table. Okay, I'm just gonna say this. I'm picturing the cat cards from messages from the letterbox. I'm not kidding. Like I'm picturing the little cat faces and stuff. Ugh. I love that deck. Okay, someone is looking at another person and there's a lot of curiosity there. There's a lot of wonderment. Whomever they're watching, they look at this person as fearless, okay? But also fearsome. And these are the cards that fell out. And fearsome meaning like they almost probably fear them in some type of way. But they look at them as fearless, like they're up for anything. They'll try anything. Like okay, if you guys watch The Office, the one where they all go on the outing and he's supposed to be like interviewing somebody to take his place, or whatever. He's interviewing somebody to take his place, I think. And it's supposed to be between like Andy and Dwight and what's John Krasinski's name in the show? I can't remember. Jim. But Pam is the only one that walks on the hot coals. Do you remember that? If you ever watched The Office is one of my all-time favorite shows ever. It is absolutely hilarious. And some of it is so absolutely dumb. And you would probably look at me and be like, oh, she would never watch anything like that. Oh, hell no, I wouldn't. I would. I love that stuff. It was one of the best shows ever. It kind of went downhill after Steve Carell left as Michael, but it still wasn't that bad. It was still pretty decent. Enough for me to finish it out. I think the thing that pissed me off the most in like the last season was the things with Jim and Pam where they were like, "Oh, we might break up, we might get divorced." And it's like, "What?" And all because he was trying to change his career and trying to get a better life for him and Pam and the kids. And all of a sudden it was like, "Oh, you don't spend any time with me." It's like, "Are you kidding me?" Like you had the greatest romance of all time, literally, and literally had the greatest romance of all time, and you're gonna bitch at him for trying to make a better life for his anyway. In the episode, she walks across the hot coals at the beach, and she's the only one that does it. And she comes up to the group and she's like, I just walked across the hot coals. And that's what I'm picturing. Like somebody's looking at this person like they would walk across the hot coals. They wouldn't do it, but they would watch this person do it. They know that this person would do it. They're fearless. We got 4 on the table. We're going to do 2 more shuffles. But they also fear something about this person. It's like there's maybe like a quietness, like a silence about them that is kind of eerie, that kind of makes probably not just this person, but probably makes other people like, okay, she's quiet today or he's quiet today. So what's going on in that head? It's a little scary. It kind of gives that kind of vibe. 5 on the table, last shuffle. Like maybe they have an intimidating stare or something like that. Like I always say that I have like, resting bitch face or whatever. I think I have it less than I used to because I'm just going to say it. When I was in retail for 20 years, I was very unhappy. I was very unhappy. I was in retail for longer than 20 years, but about 20 of it was management. It didn't matter. I was very unhappy. Here's the thing. Retail is a seller's environment, right? Like you're supposed to sell things. You're supposed to work for a company and get paid to sell things. I can't. I mean, I could. I guess I could, and sometimes I did, right? But it just was not a passion of mine. It just was not anything that Oh, do you want to add on a half pound of dark chocolate pixies? No? Okay, great. Your total is $20.85. Will that be charge or cash or nope, sorry, we don't accept checks anymore. So I probably had a lot of resting bitch face back then compared to now. Now I'm relatively happy, you know? I'm doing what I do. I love doing what I do, and that's it. That's all that matters. Okay, so we got 7 on the table with bottom of the deck. We've got fearless, fearsome, curiosity. And I like I said, this person is kind of like in wonder. Like kind of look at that face. Kind of like the novice. I was going to say the bliss. The bliss. The gatekeeper. And bottom of the deck, the herald. Take how it resonates if this is you or if you're the person watching somebody like this, okay? Take how it resonates. Somebody looks at another person as willing to do something for the first time and fail. Like, oh, okay, like, I tried to learn the piano and I did it for a year and I still can't get like 3 notes. Oh well, move on to something else. Maybe next I'll take up watercolors. Like somebody's not afraid to be new at something and try. And somebody's not afraid to let it go and try something else. There's something about somebody always being open to like new experiences, new things. And we should be. All of us should be. What is that? What is that phrase? The fruit of life. Something is the fruit of life. I can't remember what that is. I heard part of it. I didn't hear the other part of it. Is this supposed to be music? Music is the fruit of life. Is it music? Oh. Whatever the case. I want to keep my life interesting, until I can't. Like I want to get out and do stuff and experience things. And I don't have to be perfect at it. I'm not gonna be. I'm not perfect. I'm human. I wouldn't expect anybody else to be perfect, right? Everybody here is just a human. Bliss. Somebody's relatively happy, like on a day-to-day basis. And whomever this person is, they're looking at this person. And it's somebody very comfortable, like comfortable in their skin, comfortable with their life, the way that their life is going, the direction, the movement, all of that. Like somebody just seems very much at peace with themselves and everything around them. Could even seem a little like it's not disoriented. Not really distracted. I guess maybe distracted. Like somebody just seems like they have so much that they're involved in. Like if other people see them, they might look at them and be like, oh, they're in their own little world, like somebody's in their own little world. And it's probably because whoever this is, they are in their own little world. I mean, everybody's in their own little world, right? I work in medical supply. I work in a warehouse and I work in what they call auto store, and you either pick or you pack. And either way, it's supposed to be a solitary action. And even though you have other pick stations, you have other pack stations, there's other people there, technically when we're busy, we're really not supposed to talk. We're supposed to be working. If we have like off moments where the system's down or you're passing somebody else's station, yeah, you can say hi, you can say whatever. But typically you're on your own, you're picking, you're packing, you're by yourself. All you have is your own thoughts. Every day, all day long, every single person there is looked at like, oh, they're in their own little world, because they are. Whomever this is, they keep their life private. This isn't somebody that tells everybody everything. This would be like somebody that would have a few trusted family members, a few trusted friends, and they know like what they have going on, and that's it. Like this person doesn't tell everybody else. And this person doesn't care. You know what I mean? Like this person's like, "No, I'm good. Like I don't need to spread it out there. Like Sean knows, Tammy knows, Betty knows, my cousin Richard knows, my mom knows. That's it. Like, I don't need to share my life with anybody else, just those 5 people. It's good. There's nothing wrong with that. The the less people that know what you got going on, the better outcome it is for what you're doing. There's so many closet haters out there. And I know we don't want to think of them as family members. We don't want to think of them as friends. But can I just tell you how many friends I've had that were just literally not rooting for me behind my back? Like, we're literally, I mean, you guys know, if you follow, if you subscribe, I talked about the 2 ladies from last year and the guy I was in love with. They would have rather been friends with him than me. Some dude. some dude, not the person that they spent the last 2 years with, you know, having lunches, having break, having birthdays with, like, why would they want to stay friends with me when they could go be friends with him? It's crazy to me. It's just crazy to me. You invest in people and they turn on you in a heartbeat. They just don't care. There's no loyalty. None. None. I have like 2 good friends at work. I have like 1 good friend outside of work. And again, we're all human, right? We're all human. It's not like I think perfect thoughts about them all the time either. But I don't wish them any ill will, these 3 people, right? Like, I don't wish them any, I don't talk shit about them behind their back. I don't, like, I just don't do that. Unless well, my the birthday thing with the friend. Yeah, I talked about that because that just blew my mind. But other things that have happened in our relationship, like, I don't talk about it. I don't know that they do the same. Even now, like, especially 2 of them, one from work and the one outside of work. I don't really trust them. And I haven't been telling them. I haven't the one with the one that wanted to take me out for my birthday but wanted me to pick her up. I haven't heard from her in probably a month now, over a month. Yeah, it's been over a month. And I'm not reaching out. And if she doesn't say anything, we're supposed to go to New York in December. She doesn't say anything about New York. I'm going to make my own trip and plan my own trip and go by myself. And then next year when she finally texts me and says, "Hey, how you doing?" I'll be like, "Oh, I just got back from New York." I'm past the point of caring. I don't think I don't think a lot of people out there just know how to be a good friend. Like, they just don't know. And I'm sorry, like, when our friendship is done, I don't feel like I owe you any protection whatsoever. Especially if you screwed me over in some way, I will talk shit about you. I will talk shit about you until it's out of my system and I'm done and I'm ready to move on, and then you mean absolutely nothing to me. That's the way I feel. But maybe that's toxic. Some people would call that toxic. Some people wouldn't. I just call it a Kimism. That's all I know. And you guys know I've talked about the ex-best friend before, how it took me like 2.5 years to get to that point where I don't want to have anything to do with her, but I wish her well on her journey and I wish her healing. And eventually I get to that spot with every person. I do, but it takes time. It takes time, especially when you feel like you're constantly being betrayed. Protect yourself from those outside energies that don't mean you well. Bottom of the deck, the Herald. Whomever this is someone that speaks the truth. This is someone that's not afraid to say what they're thinking. This is someone that's not afraid to stand up to injustice. I know this is gonna, okay, I know, should I say it? It's kind of weird and sexual, but not. Don't think I'm crazy and don't think I'm weird. Whomever this herald is, they get a lot of direction from source, from God, from universe, whatever you want to call them, right? And I'm looking at this card and I'm looking at this background where it almost looks like veins to me. And this round structure, which one would maybe say looks kind of like maybe a mirror or the moon or a nipple. Tell me why I'm picturing like a breast with a nipple. And mothers are the giver of life. Women give birth to children, and women typically can produce milk and sustain life. And it's like whomever this herald is, they're sustained by God. This is someone very close to God, whether they know it or not. This is someone very supported and divinely guided. Protected. Did I say protected? And it's not that, God doesn't give all things life, right? But whomever this is, this herald might have felt connected to God since they were kids, or since they were a kid. Because a feminine's breast nourishing like a baby, right? A life. If you like that to the herald and you like that to God, like God is nourishing the herald, like this is someone that probably always believed in God even as a young child, and that just fulfilled them throughout life. I'm going to end this in a second. I just want to say I don't know who this is that's watching this person, but there's interest there. So I don't know if this like is a prospective lover. I don't know if this is a friend. I don't know if this is family member. I have no idea, but there's some type of interest there in whomever this is. A lot of curiosity about another human. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I hope it resonates for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you were entertained. I hope you all have a fabulous Friday evening, a wonderful weekend, and I will talk to you later.